Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I want to teach you how to have great days. A couple of months ago, I realized that all my days were just blending into each other and that I was doing nothing memorable and that it wasn't making me happy. And that's where I decided to make the change towards building my dream life. And with building that dream life comes having great days. And today I want to give you simple tricks and tools to create that dream life and those great days as well. There's just some simple steps, but I am so much happier for it, and I truly believe that you will be too. So the first thing that you're gonna do is look at what you actually enjoy. Take a look at your current life and just think of what actually makes you happy, what actually brings you joy. Is it that you love spending time with family, or do you love going on hikes in nature with your friends? Is it working in coffee shops? Is it actually getting shit done at work? What is it that makes you happy? Try to make a list, like your happiness list. I also have a happiness list that includes the things that I love doing and that make me happy. For me, that's my coffee in the morning. It can be that small, but my coffee in the morning, just that little moment, makes me so happy. Cuddles with my cat make me happy. Date nights with my boyfriend make me happy. For you, that might be reading in the sun in the garden. To make that list of things that you actually enjoy, try to look back on your favorite memories if you find this hard. Try to think of the times that you were the happiest and just write down what made it so special and what made it a happy memory. Maybe you were happiest while you were traveling, but there might be pieces of your travel routines that you can actually inject into your everyday life. For example, one of my favorite things if I travel is to go see new coffee shops and enjoy them. I can do that here too. That is a small little thing of joy that I can take from that routine and put into my current one. And then you also, of course, have those things that you just know that you enjoy, your hobbies, the things that in your free time that you love spending time on. Those things you can also intentionally plan into your days so you get a more fulfilling life. Something that will also help you is to discover your values, to really figure out what it is that you value will help you to put those values into your own days. And I actually have a free download that will help you figure out your values. I will link it in the description box down below, but that might really help for you to discover what it is that actually brings you joy and what you actually like to do in your days. So if that's something that will interest you, it's in the description box down below. Try adding more of those things into your day. Try to intentionally make time for them. Now, you can't go on nature walks every single day. I know that too, you have work to do, but maybe you can do them regularly and plan them in on weekends so that you actually spend your time doing the things that you love. And just think of how you can add that little bit more magic into the mundane things of your day. Now, how do you find that magic? I like to look at the smallest things that bring you joy. In my opinion, that is the magic. See my cats cuddle on the couch like two cute little potatoes, or that stranger that smiles at you on the street, or the cashier that's really nice to you. If you notice those things, they're really magical. But at the same time, you can create a little bit of magic too by adding in joy in the things you do. If you have to fold laundry, for example, think of how you can add joy to that. Can you take your favorite podcast or put on some really nice music while you're folding it away? Or when you go on a run, can you take your favorite route at sunset so you have this really beautiful view? That can also make your day a lot more magical. Adding magic is just as much about finding the magic in every day as creating that magic in every day by taking small little things that bring you joy and sprinkling them throughout your day and keeping your eye out for those things that might actually surprise you. And I know that sounds very woo-woo, but it actually works. Once you become aware of those small good things, your life becomes so much better. Second thing that I think is really important in having good days is starting and ending the day with something for you. So we often tend to get up, rush, get out the door, get ready for work, and just woo. Or you get up half asleep to take your kids out of bed, and then they're screaming all over the kitchen, and then you gotta bring them to school, and by the time you get to work, you're exhausted. Now, realistically, we can't take all of that away. But what we can do is take a little time to focus on yourself in the morning. And it can be as small as getting up 10 minutes earlier and just enjoying your cup of coffee by the window, listening to some calming music, do a 5-minute meditation, draw, paint, like anything that makes you happy. Try to make that a priority the first thing in the morning. Start by connecting your day to you. Start by intentionally starting your days. And like I said, I understand if you have kids or you have a very demanding job, you might only have 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes in the morning make a difference. They ground you, they make you present. Instead of just letting the day run, you start the day by being present. Then ending the day too with something for you. This can be as small as a little reflection in the evening, like just making your little journal session in the evening, or reading a little bit before bed, or making your favorite meal at the end of the day. Or maybe if connection is something that is really important to you, a really nice cuddle session with your significant other or your pets. Just something that marks the end of the day, so you're again present at the end. This helps to prevent that all of your days just bleed into each other. Point number 3 is to plan out your days. Now, you don't have to plan every single day from top to bottom, from morning to evening, and have a very rigid thing of what you're gonna do. But I do believe that when you plan the things you're gonna do in your day, it's going to help you be more intentional with what you do. And it also means planning fun trips and activities with friends and visits to coffee shops. It means planning the necessary things, but also the fun things. Just be intentional to make sure that you have plans. And of course, you can plan those days where you just want an empty calendar and do whatever you feel like. But make sure it's not every day, because then you probably will end up hanging on the couch all the time just watching television. And that is not what you want to do if you really want happy days. You want to plan in those things that make you happy. You want to plan in those memorable moments. You want to be intentional about what you're going to do with each and every day. And being intentional can be doing nothing. We all need those doing nothing days where you just go and do whatever you want. But when you have a plan, you can attack each day with intention, and you can attack each day with what makes you happy. Something that also really helps to prevent all of your days bleeding into each other is variety, and trying to have variety in your life. That also really does make a difference, and planning helps with this. So you can actually plan to have a day full of fun activities, and then a day of things that you have to do, to then switch it up with something fun again. Or you can even in your days plan for fun alternating with things that you should do. And if you don't plan, we often tend to only focus on the things that we like to do and we love to do and make us feel good, and then our life falls apart into pieces behind us, which leads to stress and less enjoyable days. Or you just focus on everything that you should do, like this, that is all on my to-do list, and then you lose yourself in all of your to-dos, and you forget to be present with yourself and to give yourself enjoyable moments. So by planning, you can actually alternate those things and make sure that you have a well-balanced day and life altogether. Even with a 9 to 5, I know it's a little harder, but you can try to plan different tasks on different days. Be intentional of how you puzzle it all together, so you actually have some variety. You don't want to be eating the same thing every day, so why should you be doing the same thing every single day? And I have a little last bonus point for this video, and that is to document your days. And I don't mean that you have to put every single thing that you do on social media. That is not what I mean. By documenting your days, I mean keep a record of what you do. For me, that's taking videos and pictures. I don't know if you use Google Photos, but Google Photos always gives me like this overview of all the things I have done like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it's so fun to look back on. And by capturing moments and by actually taking those pictures and those videos, I feel myself become more present in the situation. But maybe for you that means journaling at the end of the day and looking back on everything you did, but making sure that you actually put in the effort to remember your day at the end of the day or during the day itself, and that you romanticize those little tiny moments that you would otherwise forget, helps you to become more present with them in the long run. And that will also help you be happier in your days. Being present, planning them with intention. That is the secret to having a great day. And it's not as hard as you might think that it is. And even when the whole entire day goes off the rails, by being intentional, you can actually try to steer it the other way. If you have a bad day, you can either choose to wallow in it, and sometimes we need to wallow, and it's totally fine. Or you can try to intentionally turn it around. But if you just let life go by, you will not have any control over what it is that brings you joy and having a great day. I hope that made sense. I feel like this video was a little bit woo-woo, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I wish you the most beautiful days. If you want more of this kind of content, I post a new video every Friday and a new podcast episode every Monday. So just subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of that. Otherwise, I also have a website, all the social media channels that I will link down below. Feel free to check those out, and otherwise I'm gonna let you go and I'll see you next week. Bye.